So my topic is going to be very simple. How do you build affordable products in-house? You need not go around to search for components. You need not really have a lab to build it. You can build some excellent components, excellent products all at home. That's what I have done, and I'm going to show you how do you do that. And it's going to be a very simple session where I have. So the agenda is very simple and straightforward here. I'm going to demonstrate. I'm going to show you the demo of certain products that we have built, and it starts from very simple but very important societal problems that we have addressed, and all these are built in-house. You may see the product as very, like, it will not have a great finish, but you can try to build this in-house. And being students or being tech enthusiasts, it's going to be pretty easy for you to try it out, and you can even reach us out for any help. I'm going to start with one of the most compelling issues and challenges, like water quality, and then I'll go on to traffic and the current accidents that are happening in the current modern traffic world. And then I'll go ahead with the healthcare system. A couple of healthcare products are there, and I'll come back again to traffic, which we have built some system which can help you to travel safe. And finally, I'll come to sales, retail business. And finally, I'll end up with skin cancer. I hope my time will be there till that. If there is a very limited time, I will maybe stay with retail stores and I can explain you things better. Now, let's go into the first one, smart water. What is it? Very simple. In many of the states in the country, the water quality monitoring is done manually. In the lakes, rivers, or dams, wherever you go, they're all done manually. People are going deep inside the lake or river. They collect the water samples. They come back. They send it to the chemist, and the chemist analyzes it, and the chemist gives you the report, say, in about 7 or 8 days' time. And action taken? No, we are not very sure about it. We have got automated quality monitoring system, which are available in Ganga river basins. And yeah, it's very expensive. At the same time, there are some inaccuracies which are there in terms of if a big fish or a crocodile or something goes and slaps the sensor that is made available for the system, which is implanted deep in the river, it will give wrong data. So we have a lot of issues here, challenges here, and I try to address it with my team. And we do this for all hackathons and all learning purposes. So I'll show you how exactly we have overcome this problem with a very simple set of materials. You will see Maruti 800 tire tube. You'll see a Vic Jackson 500 box. You'll see a couple of 7-Up bottles. All these are there, and I'm sure you will like it. Let me show you the demo, as well as let me show you how exactly someone can build this kind of products with ease, and I'm sure you will love it.
Water is one of the most important resources that we have today. 97.5% of the available water resources are salty. That means we cannot use it right away. Only 2.5% of the fresh water is available, and out of which 2/3 is already locked in polar ice caps and glaciers. Only 0.5% of the water is consumable, and that's what we are using for agriculture, industry, and day-to-day activities as well. Due to the increased pollution, every day there is pollution here. Increased pollution, the water crisis has increased, and World Health Organization says that 0.007% of water only is consumable and is potable. Due to this pollution, 1 billion people in the world today are denied with appropriate sanitation and water resources. Due to this, the most affected countries and region are Africa, Latin America, and Asia. We suffer with water crisis. When there is a problem, there is always a solution to it. We are coming up with a solution of smart water, which is going to ease the quality monitoring, and all these are done real time with cost-effective approach as well. We have done a simple but effective and frugal product for you to monitor the quality. We have built an USV, which is called Unmanned Surface Vehicle, with all techno capabilities which can monitor the quality, and there are 5 versions for it. This is the first version where we have built our boat in the plastic throwaway material. This is an USV. In the first version, we just tested it for navigation. You can see that we have taken 7-Up bottles as floaters on 2 sides. Everything is built by us from the scratch, and this is a great engineering work that we have done from the scratch for us to build this USV. We tested it in our university's water resource, and it was very nicely navigating, and we had just 2 simple microcontroller boards and Bluetooth modules for supporting our navigation. We used the phone's accelerometer for moving the boat left, right, forward, and back, and all these are done very nicely. You can see the propellers are also made by us, and this is tested for stability. The second version, we had to include the sensors, which are temperature sensors and pH sensors we have included into the boat. and the USB then carried these sensors and we started getting the data. The data about the pH of the water and the temperature of the water are all uptime real time now. Now we need to use this data to do further analysis and to understand the quality of the water. But this boat is not stable, so we started building it up in a better way, and in the carpentry we sat with our team and we built this beautiful USV. This is fully capable. All these are built by us right from the scratch, as I told you already, and this is a great learning for us. With a very simple investment, we did not invest much of the money here, so it is a very simple investment. We could build this boat with a simple circuitry, and this boat is 100% independent right now, that it can go collect the data and come back. The point is very simple. We are not taking one drop of water even back home. We are taking the data alone. We store data and we don't store water. We do not waste one drop of water even against the current method which is being handled all over the country. They collect water, they send it to the lab, they waste that water as well. We do not have that method. We collect data, we analyze it, we tagging nicely, and that's going to be shown to you in the second part of this video. You can see that there is a tire tube which is kept under the boat, and that's from our car. Now this is our 20x50 swimming pool in our university. We wanted to visualize how the data looks like, and we wanted to know if our boat works, our USV works fine in this kind of tough environment. So we made our boat flow, we made our boat go into this swimming pool for n number of times, and we collected a lot of data. This is a fast forward of that trial that we have run in our swimming pool in our university, and you can see that the boat is moving and it is collecting all data. I'll show you the data right now in next few seconds so that you can understand how you can look the data, how the data can look like for your easier reference. We collected around 2000 entries of data per trial run, and we have a lot of data right now about our swimming pool. You can see the data collected in the left hand side, and the first column is the temperature, the second column is the pH, the third and the fourth columns are the lat and the longitude coordinates. And now we are going to see how we can generate the temperature clear path. I have set the value to 1 here, which is column 1 temperature, and I'm setting the range right now in front of you, and we will get the temperature clear path map generated. We have integrated the Google Earth to MATLAB, and it is spotting the swimming pool right away in front of you in a very nice way. And you can see that we have tested it on a very sunny day, so the temperature range is high. Now we are going to get the clear path for the pH. I have changed the values accordingly. I'm setting the range from 1 to 14, and when I generate the clear path map, I can get it immediately in front of me, and you can see it right now. And we have done it immediately after chlorine is added to it, so you can see that the pH is maintained in a very nice way. Now I'm trying to change it as well a little bit. I'm going to show you even the slightest of the changes which is being captured nicely in the clear path map by changing the values here. You can see that I'm changing the values right now, and when I generate it, it is going to show even the slightest of the changes, which is a very appreciable feature.
We also have made another version which is going to be very helpful for you to test the quality even in your overhead tanks. It's small, solid, and very efficient. You are seeing that in front of you right now.
And the most important point is we could generate this kind of data with a single sensor set. Now you can see that we have generated a perfect pH and temperature clear path map. We can add more sensors to it if we get more funding, and this can be made more meaningful and more data can be given. We can predict, we can analyze, and we can give you the perfect data without wasting one drop of water.
All these are done in-house. You can see the way things are done. 7-Up bottle on the side as floater. You could have seen a Maruti 800 tire tube for the next version, which was a floater. So building products in a very affordable way is not a distant dream anymore. That's what I wanted to convey. So I'd like to tell you very clearly here is that you can try it and you can definitely build it. You need not wait for a lot of investments, or you need not wait for really somebody to come and help you out with the lab facility or something like that. Right. The next one is going to be something very close to my heart, which recently was built during the start of the second wave. Most of the cases in the second wave were all related to the unavailability or non-availability of ventilators. So I took it up as a challenge, and you can see that can I try building some simple ventilator was the target. It appeared like very difficult in the beginning, but again, when I started collecting materials, when I started collecting information about it, I could get a confidence that it can be done in-house. I'm going to show you that right now. I'm certain that all of you can do it. It can be improved. What I have done is just 10% of what it can be. And you can really improve it, and it's going to be really a nice attempt if you guys can also try it, because some of you are still students and you can try it out as a final year project or something like that, which can definitely add a lot of value. So it's a smart ventilator which is going to come into picture. This is in-house typically. So you can see the way things are built. Everything is done in-house completely with a very minimal investment, and I'm sure you will like it. Hello friends, welcome back. In this demo, we are going to see how exactly we have constructed a smart ventilator system. The system is fully functional and very affordable. We have included all the important features, and all the vital tracking parameters are also included in this entire setup. This setup will help you in static ventilation, dynamic ventilation, and this has got fail-safe mechanism and little more than that. The entire setup is fully functional, and you are going to see the demo for the same right now. Yes, this is a smart ventilator system that we have built, which everybody can afford now. The process is very simple. The first step is to register the patient in the ventilator system. That's what we are doing right now. I'm registering a patient by name Bharat. The moment it is done, the world of usage is very simple and easy. You could see that immediately a simple and easy to use interface appears in front of you, where you would start getting the heart rate and pulse oxygen levels from our setup. And you could see that we got a message as connected before the data started peeping in. Since we have not tested it with any patient as of now, you are not seeing any data there. The moment I give my data, you can see that the heart rate and pulse oximeter will start giving me the data. Now we could analyze about the hardware setup right now. We are using Node MCU with ESP8266 module for communicating over AWS IoT Core MQTT service with the application. Arduino Nano for intermediary data collection from the sensors and transfer to the Node MCU via serial port. We are using Max 3000 SpO2 and heart rate sensor, and we have got MPU 6050 3-axis accelerometer for tracking the patient's breathing pattern. We have got buzzer to give feedback for every detected heartbeat, and we are using stepper motors, NEMA 17 stepper motor, A4988 stepper motor driver module, and 2 power supplies for stepper motor and for the microcontroller side as well. Make sure that the connections are all proper if you are trying the same thing. Now we are going to track the health vitals right now in the same setup. I'm keeping my finger over the sensor, and you can see that we get the beep over it. That's from the buzzer. At the same time, you could see the data coming right in the right hand side in the Android app. So both can be visualized and heard, and this helps in understanding that the data is all fine. The moment I take it off, you can see that there is a real-time reflection in the right hand side and the buzzer noise stopped. So this is all very important and very easy to understand as well. Now we'll go with the static ventilation. The resuscitation process is a direct reflection of the values that are fed from the Android app. You can see that I'm going to give the values and I'm going to move the content from the Android app, and you can see that the resuscitation will start appropriately. This is all done real time, and we are able to definitely get it visualized properly through this setup, I would say. And I have a stop button as well. Now when I change the values out there, that's what I said, whatever values you are changing in the Android app, you could see that the immediate reaction changes here in the left hand side setup. The resuscitation is completely based on the values that are fed from the Android app. So this is static, you are changing it manually as well. So we can also make it dynamic, and that's what I'm going to show you a little later, but this is static. You can see that the variations are all fantastic, and it's really real time, because when you design a system for medical or healthcare systems, it should be really real time. So that's what we have tried to produce, and it's closely accurate. It's very good, in fact, I would say. The next one is dynamic ventilation that I'm going to show you as well, where we are going to learn the patient's respiratory pattern by analyzing the value coming from the accelerometer. I'll show you that setup as well. Before that, you can see the complete sketch of how we can vary the values from the lowest end to the highest end for the resuscitation process. It's very nice, isn't it? I hope you liked it. Now, what are we going to go with is dynamic ventilation, where the system will start learning the respiratory pattern by analyzing the value coming from the accelerometer, which is strapped onto the patient's chest, and we can track the diaphragm movements, and this system tries to imitate the same on the resuscitation process, so that the patient would feel more comfortable as he or she can recover and start trying to breathe at their own degree and proportion. You can see that there. Now, the most important part comes. We have got a fail-safe mechanism. And this is how we can have a companion over there, and the companion is going to be updated completely about what is the status of the ventilator. So you can see that in the right hand side, we have got a companion mode where I have added something called as Amrita, and it is given a number 2. Now we'll start getting the updates about the ventilator which is in use, and I need to add all this properly. So I'm adding companion data here in the left hand side, which is the ventilator mode. Now you can see that in the right hand side, we'll get updates about the status of the usage of the ventilators. You can see that Bharat is active and there is a green color update available. Now I'm going to disconnect the internet for the ventilator side, I mean the left hand side. Once I do that, I got a message immediately in the right hand side. So the ventilator has small functions. So this will definitely help doctors as well as the companions who are sitting with them to understand that if things are all okay. Now, when I enable it again, things will be back in normal mode. You can see that it has gone green in color. That's it. I have explained you very clearly. I hope you liked it. It was good, right? So around 3,500 rupees is what I spent towards building this. It's not so complex again. You can try it out so easily. And the next one is going to be very interesting again. What is that? It's navigation gloves. What is that, sir? What is it all about? I'll just explain you this quickly. We can see that people are using the mobile phones quite often while they're driving. In the cities like Bangalore, it's quite often happening. And they use the mobile phone for multiple reasons. For the people who attend calls, for the people who make fun of it, all those, if they meet with accident, it's the fate that they invite. We can't do much about it. But for the guys like pizza delivery boys or the guys like Zomato or all those people, when they have to deliver the food on time, they do not have time to stop in between and check where their destination is properly with an auto wala or to take the map out and check. So they do it on the go. Because if they deliver food late, it's going to be a problem for them. Their rating goes down, and we normally give 3-star instead of 5-star. So they rush against the time and they do not have time to stop. So for those people, if you hear the statistics, it will be a staggering list that we have 1.3 million accidents have happened in the year 2019 just because of mobile phone usage on the roads. And at least 20-30%, I'm sure, would be because of maps usage in the roads, and it's very dangerous. So how do we avoid it is what we thought of for a hackathon related purpose, as well as something socially relevant we can do is what we thought of. And there came this idea. Why not a glove? And the glove should show you the path. As simple as that. We've got an app. The app can be a very simple app where you need to set the source and destination. All the phones have got Bluetooth. Why cannot we send the signals to the mobile, from the mobile to the glove? And the glove can indicate you where to go. If you have to go left, the left LED can flicker. If you have to go right, the right LED can flicker. And the LEDs are all stitched over the glove. Very simple. And importantly, if you have to take the next left or right, which is above 50 meters, the flickering rate would be slow. If it is below 50 meters, the flickering rate would be fast. So just let you know that, see here, you have to turn the next left, which is pretty close to you. And the next very important thing, we cannot keep seeing the glove all the time as well. And we have a vibration module that is included. There will be a mild vibrator, which is very close to your skin, which can let you know that there is a change in direction. And above all these, we have something called as indicator in our bikes and two-wheelers and all those things. But most of us do not use it for some reasons. I really find it a problem in many of the roads. So with this system, we can also have the auto indicators made possible. And you need not do the indication. It will take care of it by itself. I'm going to show you the demo of this, which is tested in multiple cities. So it is tested in Bangalore, it is tested in Bombay, it is tested in most of the places wherever we have traveled, just to see if it is suitable for every city. And this has come out well. So I'll show you that right now. I'm sure you will like it.
Friends, you can see the complete demo here. We have got an app readily available for you, and that app will let you set the source and destination. We have tried this in the nearby location, and the destination is none other than the same building. Once the destination is set and the mode is selected, as in walking or driving, you need to pair your equipment, and once the pairing is all done, you will get a go clearance from our device. If you have a left or right, based on that, the LEDs will start flickering. If the distance that you need to go to reach that left or right is less than 50 meters, the LEDs will flicker fast. Otherwise, it will flicker normally. That will let you breathe. Now here you can see that I have got a left turn and it is less than 50 meters, hence the flickering of the LED is fast. And after that, I head towards a straight road which is above 100 meters. It is actually above 200 meters. So here in our app, we have calculated it as above 100 meters, and both the LEDs will glow until such time the straight road covers the stretch of 100 meters or above. If it becomes less than that, the next right or left, whatever you take, would be indicated to you through the LED indication. And you can see that now we are going to head a right hand side, so the right hand side LED is glowing.
Since we have fast forwarded the video, it was a long walk, it was about 700 meters. You can see that the flickering appears faster, but it will appear much more faster when you go less than 50 meters. That will be clearly visible shortly, which you can also observe right now. And one important point for you to understand is we are getting all these feed from Google Directions API, and all the data, whatever is being given by Google, is extracted by us completely, and we are using it in our system, and that's all shown in the right hand side of your screen. And you can see that the flickering is fast right now. This is what I referred some time back. This was taken nearby location and it was a heavy traffic time last evening. Hence there is a light delay there. You can see that that's the snag that we faced last night for the recording. And all these happened real time. The data acquisition, the analysis, the update of LED status, everything happens real time. And this is the straight road that we need to follow to head to our office, which we are standing right now. All these updates are given real time, and one important point that I would like to stress here is you need not keep watching the LED. We have got a module for vibrator. The vibrator will let you know that there is going to be a change, so please look into it. And that too, a left vibrator, right vibrator, both are there, so it will help you out in figuring out which direction do you need to really take. And that's the cool.
How was it? It was very simple, isn't it? So you can try it out, and it can be deployed in many places. Like you can even have it in the steering, you can have it in the handlebar, and it's going to be pretty easy for anybody to take support out of this, and you can try building this. Let's have some fun. The next one is going to be real fun. I'm going to show you something from the AI perspective right now, deep learning perspective, you can call it. So it's a very simple thing that I'm going to show you. I'm very sure you will like it. Procter & Gamble, you know, right? It's a very famous company. They conducted an innovation contest where we tried to do something, and it was very good actually. We got the prize. I'll tell you what it is. When you go to a supermarket, you will often see a couple of things. One particular rack would be empty because the item is selling fast. They might not have refilled it. Another problem that you can feel is in the Head and Shoulders rack, it could be another shampoo which could have come in. So people pick one and they walk towards the billing center. If they find any other thing better than that, they pick the second one and they replace the first one, not in the same place that they picked it from. Instead, they drop it in the place where they find the new one. So there will be a lot of mess. This actually creates a lot of ruckus. Also, to identify if things are all on place, all automation. Okay, can we automate this process of monitoring if things are all on place? If there is any misfit, we have automated it. It's completely automated, and I'll show you the demo right now. It's a very simple thing that can be done, and you can improve it. If you want, you can improve it. You can improvise it further as well. I'll show you the demo right now. I'm sure you will like it. One second, let me share the screen. And with this product, I'll have to tell you something. This is not a cakewalk. This is not an easy product. This took a lot of time for us. Like you need to train a lot. You need to have the data set clearly. So what I have done is I have taken 6 products from Procter & Gamble. I did not take all the products because it will take a lot of time and effort for the training. So each of these products, whatever I have taken, like Head and Shoulders, Pampers, all those things, I took thousands of images online, as well as I took it real time from the supermarkets. I took photos of them in multiple angles, multiple colors, because Pampers, there are multiple colors of the packets available. So I trained with all those, and that's how it worked. I'll show you that right now.
Hello. Our system has got 2 functionalities. The first one is to get the components and the objects in the rack of a supermarket to be identified perfectly. 100% accuracy is what is aimed at, and we are very close to it. For example, if the rack has got Ariel, Tide, Pampers, Whisper or anything, it will be recognized perfectly, and this is 100% real time. And the accuracy is really appreciable, and we get close to 100% in our testing. The second module is very simple but yet very effective. We can find out the empty slots in each rack and we can alert you. Also, people have the tendency to misplace things. For example, I pick up Tide, and when I go along, I find another product which is very interesting. So I drop Tide right there in the place which I found another product. I do not keep it in the same place from where I lifted it. I mean, Tide did not go back to the Tide shelf. Instead, it went to a different shelf. We can identify that right now. We can identify the empty slots. We can identify the misplaced components also and alert you. This will help people in arranging things back immediately so that it will look nice, as well as it will help the people who are buying it. Let's see the first demo initially, and then we will go to the second functionality demo shortly. For the first demo, we are launching our system, and the input is a video feed that we have taken from the nearby supermarket. and you can see that it's getting launched. The moment it is launched, the world of working is very simple and easier. You can see the aerial is recognized right now, and it's 99% accurately we are able to recognize, and every time this is functioning fine. Irrespective of the shape, irrespective of the container shape, irrespective of the color, we are able to recognize everything properly. This is because of the extensive training that we have done, and this is all real time and accurate. We can now test any product, we can now identify any product like this, and we have tested it for aerial. We are going to go to the different color of aerial package also right now. We have tested Tide, which you can see in the next set of demo as well. We have tested Pampers. All these are working fine, and I am definitely hopeful you will appreciate it. Here you can see that the color of aerial is different here. I mean, the package, the color, everything is different, but still it works fine. Let us go to the next functionality. This module will help us identify the empty slots as well as misplaced items. Once it is launched, it will perfectly tell you what are all the components in the rack. For example, now Tide is identified properly, irrespective of what color cover it has got, what packaging structure it has got, we are able to identify it accurately close to 100%. And you can see that misplaced is 0 right now, empty slots is 1. The empty slot 1 is nothing but the one free slot which is available on the left hand side of the rack, and that shows that you can keep one more component there. I mean, one more packet of Tide over there which can be sold. Now we purposefully misplace Pampers there. The moment you keep Pampers, it is recognized accurately as Pampers, and misplaced item has got Pampers listed into it, which can let the storekeeper know that the items are getting misplaced, and this can be replaced back into the previous place perfectly. Also, we can have one more packet of Tide to be kept there, which can help the customers to pick it up. Now, I am picking up Tide purposefully to see if the empty slots are updated properly. You can see the empty slot is 1 now, but still the misplaced remains the same. It is Pampers which is misplaced into the Tide rack. All these are real time, and we are able to achieve accuracy which is very appreciable, and we are always close to 100% accuracy. We are going to go with some more testing here. I am lifting the Pampers now. Now the empty slots has got increased to 2, and we can keep 2 more packets of Tide here is the message that we are conveying the storekeeper. Now I am going to lift one more to see if the count increases properly. The empty slots have become 3 right now, which is definitely appreciable. Now I am going to do the final stuff where you can see that the count gets increased properly. I have taken all the 4 out and 4 slots are empty. This will definitely help us in arranging things in the rack properly, as well as to avoid the items getting misplaced and misarranged in the supermarket. Thank you.
So how was it? It was, you can give the feedback as usual. I will be very happy to read it through. And the final one, I have got one more thing for you. So I'll just show that quickly. And I own a Maruti car. Okay, it's a very small car, Wagon-R. But whenever I see the high-end cars, I have one question in mind. Well, the comfort and the features that they give you in terms of keeping very comfortable inside the car can come with a cost. It doesn't matter. Yeah, we are not paying that high-end money. It won't come. But the safety and all the features that are related to safety can never be coming with a cost. It should be available for every car or every vehicle for that matter. They cannot say that like this is a low-end car, so I cannot give you safety. So all the ADAS and DMS features, the ADAS is Advanced Driver Assisting System, DMS is Driver Monitoring System, and all these features I feel should definitely be available in all the cars, which can start from Maruti 800 and it can go on till the costliest car like Audi or BMW or Rolls Royce. It doesn't matter. So in my opinion, safety is for everybody, where comfort can go for people who are paying more. That's how it is. So what I have done is I have taken some very simple computing boards, and I have tried to use the small bit of algorithms, the little bit of algorithms over there to build ADAS and DMS, which can really improve the driving, the safety, as well as it can give more information. It can keep the driver informed about what is happening in the road. So that was presented, and I'm going to show you that right now, including the authorized driver only will be permitted to drive. In US or in most of the Western countries, to my knowledge, they don't allow the child to sit in the front row. So to monitor if the child is sitting in the front row, to monitor if the driver is smoking, drinking, or is consuming any other substances, if the driver is using mobile phone, during the night drive also, is the lane discipline maintained properly? What if an animal enters? What if a two-wheeler intruder comes in? All these alerts have been tried. And this was one of the toughest of the projects that we could do. But with a lot of data set availability online, there is a lot of data set really available. You can try it out. And these are all done completely in-house, and you do not require a great level of configuration of machines as well. You can do it in the home itself with your available facility. So I'll show you this right now. I'm sure you will like it. If you have any feedbacks on this, you can give me that as well.
We are going to see the complete demonstration right here. The first module is driver authentication, and we have trained the system with one of the phases. The demo is here.
You are authorized. Drive safe.
You can drive the vehicle now. Now we are going to show the image of a child as such. It is sitting alongside the driver.
Children are not allowed in the front row. Children are not allowed in the front row.
This is absolutely prohibited in many countries, and we follow that.
Children are not allowed in the front row. Children are not allowed in the front row.
In case of an accident, the children could suffer more than normal people. So we alerted. We are going to see if we can overload more number of people into the car, and we are going with that scenario testing right now.
Passengers limit exceeded. Passengers limit exceeded.
We are getting that alert as well real time, identifying the male, female as well perfectly there.
You are authorized. Drive safe.
The driver can wear a spectacle. The driver can wear a cap.
You are authorized. Drive safe.
You'll be recognized. Now we are going to the next part of it, where we are going to check if the driver is drinking, smoking, or is using mobile. That's what we are going to do right now, and we will check if things are working proper. Let's first go ahead and start checking with.
Do not use phone while driving. Do not use phone while driving.
Now drinking.
Do not drink while driving. Do not drink while driving.
Now what's left out? We need to check if we can smoke while driving.
Do not smoke while driving. Do not smoke while driving.
We can detect if the driver is about to sleep as well, and we will alert.
Do not sleep. Do not sleep.
As you can see, this is all real time and absolutely working fine. Now we are going to assess the drivers. You can see that the entire system is working fine, and we will give an alert if you are going close to the previous car. The dangerous message comes, and we track it real time, and we will keep you in a safe distance with a voice alert.
Dangerous.
We are also capable of detecting the lane change, and we are going to do that right now.
Lane change alert.
You could see that we are alerting it. Now this is for Indian scenarios. You could see that there are intruders.
Dangerous. Slow down.
We have detected them properly. And this is tested with Indian dataset, and that is the most challenging part of the entire product. You could see that there are races on the road.
Dangerous. Slow down.
And we are able to alert the driver properly. You could see that it's all working perfectly fine for all the scenarios. We are going for the next scenario right now.
Slow down.
You could see the way he is racing, and we are able to detect that as well. Now we are going to detect animals.
Slow down. Slow down.
You could see that animal intrusion is detected. Night drive. We are supporting the night.
Dangerous. Slow down.
So all these are real time. Absolutely, voice-based support is
dangerous. Slow down.
And is working fine. And this is tested for stability, and it's working functionally very fine for all the scenarios. Now we are providing a virtual bumper. As you can see, when you go closer, you get a virtual bumper, and there will be a
car started.
And car starter alert is also coming. The previous car, when it moves, if there is somebody who can tell you that the car has moved, you can move. That's going to be great. We provide you that facility. Now the blockchain part is coming in. You can scan the status of your car. You can scan the health status of your car with a single click. That's what we are going to do. We are launching our app, and we get all the data from the sensors, and we push it onto the blockchain so that it gets non-tamperable. If you know the vehicle number, type the vehicle number. You get all the data in front of you about the vehicle's quality, and you can get it in seconds. So I've typed that, and you can see that. This is just a tentative data. We moved it to the blockchain, and we used Hyperledger.
You could see that we have just tentatively prepared it because Honda has provided a lot of data. From that, we understood that these can be some of the data that can really go into the blockchain. And if you do not know the number of the vehicle, and if you are really a little lazy about it, scan the QR code, you get the data immediately in front of you. We have given a specific QR code for all the cars, and you could get the data immediately. And all these are real time, and this is working fine. And once it goes to blockchain, as you know, it is never tamperable, and we are testing it with one more scenario, and that's also giving you absolute data. So overall, we provide a system that can help the driver, that can monitor the driver, and that can keep you safe. We thank.
Yeah, that's it. I'm done, and thank you very much for the opportunity from the Application Library Engineering Group. Thank you very much, all the audience. I have been receiving a lot of wonderful comments. Thank you very much.